Today we're going to take a look at an updated list of unique low-cost franchises that can generate very impressive earnings. Some of these even capable of hitting that $1 million per year mark. We're going to start at a $50,000 investment and work our way down. So before we begin, keep in mind that every one of these franchises has a unique operational model, and you need to be sure that you match your skills, your business goals to the appropriate franchise, particularly in the case of these lower cost franchises. It's not a restaurant where people are just walking in and buying food. Low cost franchises, it's you that's responsible for pushing the business forward. So you need to be experienced and motivated for the type of activity that is required. Now, if you have these skills, there's some really great options available. So for just a little over $50,000, if you have a business consulting or executive or B2B background, you might consider a cost recovery type of franchise. We've spoke up about these before on the channel. There's several of these available that indicate over $500,000 or more in revenue for their top producers. Now that's an impressive amount because these businesses are typically operated from a home office and have very low overhead and operational costs. So how these businesses work is using the company's special software and network purchasing power. Franchisees are able to save companies money in certain cost centers that include billing, telecom, transportation, waste management, and others. And if any of you have had an energy auditor in your home that shows you how to save energy in different areas, it's the same kind of concept. A huge benefit with these businesses is that there are no upfront fees to the company. So the service is provided fee-free, and the company pays only if savings are found. Now, most companies are paying too much or being overbilled. 30% savings are not rare. The franchisee then shares in the savings with the company for usually about 3 years. And beyond that, the savings are retained by the company. So if you save a company $10,000 a month, you as a franchisee are going to retain $5,000 a month for 3 years. Offering that service for free to the company, it's a great way to get your foot in the door, prove the company capabilities, and then share in those savings. Now, obviously, referrals become a big part of the business once you're up and running, and people are going to tell their friends about that service. Now, again, the drawback, if you're not a well-suited candidate, not self-motivated, or not good at developing business relationship, it's a terrible business. You really need to get out there and make things happen in your territory. Now, if you do have the motivation in the background, these types of B2B businesses can be very lucrative. And there's actually about 30 to 40 of these consulting and sales-based franchises. If you're interested in learning about that, I'll post a link at the end of the video. Next up, if you have about $25,000 to invest, you might consider the CG3 Fundraising Franchise. This is a newer franchise a couple of our associates here invested in, we're closely involved with. CG3 helps schools, churches, and other nonprofit groups raise more money with unique fundraising alternatives that go beyond the junk food, the popcorn, all those other things. CG3 staple items are branded battery assortment packs. Batteries, of course, being something that every household wants and needs. And organizations can offer batteries cheaper to their donors over retail price while the customers are also supporting a good cause. Now, as a franchisee, you earn money from every single box that is sold in your territory. So fundraising volunteers become like your sales army. It's very possible to have thousands of boxes sold in a single fundraiser. Now, once they have a great fundraiser, of course, most schools are going to reorder the following years. So you develop long-term recurring revenue. And the schools keep up to about $10 per box sold. So you're helping the community while you yourself are building a big business. And CG3 now has other options like chargers, earbuds, flashlights, other power-related items for fundraising. And this business, again, it revolves around your activity. So candidates should certainly be self-motivated and comfortable calling on schools, churches, and nonprofit groups. Now, there's 10 states completely sold out or close to being sold out. So before you do a lot of research, please contact us first. And I'll place a link at the end of the video. Next up is business and franchise brokering. Now, in a previous video, we covered M&A, which is mergers and acquisitions. That's the industry that sells large companies where potentially brokers can earn million-dollar commissions on one sale. That business, however, it's not realistic for most people, but brokering smaller deals certainly is. So Main Street brokers, as they're called, are often commercial real estate agents. They'll sell these smaller Main Street businesses up to about $1 million, like the retail business that you see in your city, and franchises. Now, because the baby boomers are retiring, there are a lot of businesses that are being bought and sold. So brokers earn a commission that's usually about 10% up to the first $1 million, the price of the business. So if you sell a $1 million business, you might receive a $100,000 commission. Of course, minus your fees to your broker group and any co-brokering fees if another agent is involved. Now, if you do go the real estate route, you can get it set up in your own city, but you're limited by your geographic location, and there's usually a lot of competition. Now, for about $25,000, you can start your own nationwide or even global franchise/business consulting and brokerage firm and represent businesses all over the nation and potentially all around the world. Now, we're actively recruiting for the world's largest franchise expansion organization, so if you do have business, executive, or real estate experience, contact us for details. Now, for about $20,000, you could open your own finance company. It's another interesting field, and you would negotiate loans to local businesses. Again, it's a flexible opportunity. You work from home, and you should be comfortable calling on and establishing these relationships with local businesses. Banks are currently still turning down a huge number of business applications, so alternative lending can be a lifesaver to local business. Brokers provide business loans ranging from about $10,000 up to $3 million. They're going to be making a commission of up to about 15%. Now, some of the loan types you might be working on is equipment financing, invoice financing, unsecured business loans, business acquisitions. There's approximately 30 different types of loans that you could provide with this opportunity. $20,000, that includes your training, ongoing support, and of course the relationships with the lenders that have the money. These are often difficult to set up if you have no experience or contacts. And finally, at the $10,000 investment level, you could consider the travel planning industry. The franchise we work with, they've been ranked number 1 in the travel category for 11 straight years with Entrepreneur Magazine. Again, home-based opportunity. They've got over 900 existing operators all across the USA. And as a full-service travel planner, what you do is you help clients arrange their cruises, hotels, all-inclusive resorts, travel insurance, day trips, destination weddings, and a whole lot more. The company gives you all the training. It's about 6 days. That's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And that's followed by ongoing mentoring and continued support. And these days, of course, social media is a huge part of finding clients and making business happen. So I'd suggest that candidates be comfortable using the internet to network. No travel planning experience is required, but you should have an affinity for travel and a desire to help others with their planning. Now, because of the buying power of this massive group, you are often saving your customers a lot of money while offering this quality service. If you'd like to learn more about any of the businesses that we covered today, you can learn more by clicking the link above here. If these weren't a fit for you, we've got many more. You can learn more about how our service works by clicking here. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell for updates. Thanks very much for watching.